Shalom, shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Habar Karkadash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, the women, the children, the confusion, the face who follow. So as you can see, this lesson is going to be about the decay of the American economy. There's been a lot of recent events that are um, contributing to this decay. So Lord's will is going to be an edifying video. So we have an article from CNN.com. All right, it says Biden is close to the point of no return with Americans on the economy. All right, so it's going into, bear with me, here we go. Going to, number one, Joe Biden's approval rating. See, everyone, well, let's just read the article. It's going to get into everything. Okay, and Lord's will, this is an edifying video. President Joe Biden and his administration appear perilously close to irreversible severing of public confidence in his capacity to deliver prosperity and financial security as stiff economic challenges balloon into huge political liabilities. And that was a mouthful. So I'll read it one more time. It says Joe Biden and his administration appear perilously. That means it's a peril. It's like danger. They can sense that it's America's CTD circling the drain, and this Biden administration is as well. They're fighting tooth and nail basically to close an irreversible severing of public confidence. So the public has no confidence whatsoever that this man can get the job done to lead the country. Says in his capacity to deliver prosperity. So, well, the public doesn't have any confidence in him to be able to keep money in their pocket. Okay, when Trump did nothing else, he made people money. Okay, and Joe Biden is not delivering. All right, the economy is sinking, inflation is rising, prices are out of control. I wouldn't say out of control, but prices are, especially gas. You can say gas is out of control, but prices are steady rising. Okay, and the public is seeing this, and it's reflecting in his numbers. All right, it says irreversible severing of the public confidence in its capacity to deliver prosperity uh, and financial security as stiff economic challenges balloon into huge political liabilities. So the economy is ballooning, okay, it's inflating, and they're basically saying it's not looking good the for him to get a second term. All right, a CNN poll released Wednesday shows that the president's repeated efforts to highlight undeniably strong aspects of the economy post-pandemic rebound and to offset blame for his bad spots aren't working. So he's trying to say, hey, bear with me. He's trying to say, hey, look at all the good that I'm doing, but the bad, everything that's going on is overshadowing all the good that he's doing. The main culprit is inflation, right? Inflation. All right, everything is going up. Everything costs more. You're not getting more money in your check, which is going to get to that. All right, the things that you're buying aren't coming in a higher quantity or higher quality. In most cases, it's a lower quantity, but it's still that same price. All right, so Americans are feeling it at home. Americans are feeling it in the pocket, definitely at the grocery store and at the pump. All right, the video here, I'm not gonna play it, but if you watch it, it shows how 54% of Americans are staying home. Don't play that. This page is one. All right, so more people are staying home and not driving. where people are filling it in uh, the grocery stores. Okay, so this place is done. All right, that's why I said the decay. This place is decaying from the inside out. Okay, so going back to the article, it says the main culprit is inflation, a corrosive force that the White House initially underestimated has failed to tame. It says for basic goods and services, uh, bear with me. It says it's been decades since Americans have experienced his demoralizing cycle of spiraling costs for basic goods and services. So it's been, you know, years and years and years since it's been this bad where Americans felt it this much in their pocket. It says that shock is twinned with uh, punishing gasoline prices that also hammer family budgets and spread pain across the population in a way that a regular recession, which can destroy millions of jobs, but not hurt everyone, may not. Ooh, hold on, I need this. So I'll read that last part again because, like I said, people are feeling it. They're feeling the cost of goods and services, and then you add the crippling gas prices. It's like I said, it's a hammer to family budgets. Okay, and it's spread across the population. So not only is the lower class feeling it, the upper class is feeling it too because they still have to buy groceries. They still have to put gas in their car, and there's nobody who's more cheap than somebody who has money. Not like niggas, Jay get money and go buy a fancy car or nice clothes or whatnot. But you get billionaires who wear regular stuff. But guess what? Billionaires still got to put gas in their car. They may not spend that money on bling because it's stupid. It's just wasting money. But they understand that in the long run, this isn't good for them. So everyone's feeling the hurt. All right, says the result is a looming political disaster for Democrats with voters. Okay, we don't really care about the election. Um, let me get this real quick. Yeah, so this is Ecclesiastes 12. And I'll start at verse 3. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened." Okay, it's talking about the downfall of America. Okay, it says the keepers of the house are going to tremble. All right, your political leaders, all right, everyone who has office, everyone who um, has governance or control in this place, they're going to tremble. They're trembling right now. The economy is shaking. All right, we're on the cusp of war. All right, the temperature within America is boiling over with the tension between races. All right, so the keepers of the house they're trembling. All right, it says the strong men shall bow themselves in the grinder seats because there are few, and those that look out the window be darkened. When you think about that beautiful picture of America, when you think about all the lies that they try to sell you that it's the land of the free, the home of the brave, that you can come here with nothing and make something out of yourself. That's not what it's looking like now. Now it's looking like real dreary, real dark. Okay, and this article is going to keep revealing that. All right, they're not one. The land of the free and the land of opportunity doesn't sound like I don't want to go out and drive because it's too much money. I don't want to go. I'm spending too much at the grocery store. Eggs are triple the price that they were. Chicken is out of control. A bag of chicken costs $17. Same bag used to cost $7, $8. Not too many months ago is now $17, $18. This place is done. It says, "In the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and shall rise up with the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low." Right. So right now, the job market is fairly stable, but it doesn't take that much for people to. Well, I'll put it to you like this: with the pandemic, everyone, really everyone, job security was pretty safe. A lot of people started working from home that couldn't work into those buildings. I can't. Well, I take that back. I shouldn't have said that, because a lot of people did lose their job due to the pandemic. But the industries that were able to stay open during the pandemic, a lot of them hired a lot of people because of the influx of needed people. Okay, but now that the economy is opening again, a lot of that need is going down, and there's going to be a lot of people that aren't hiring. Okay, they may not be letting people go, but they uh, aren't bringing new people in. And then you have those businesses that did bring in a lot of people during the pandemic. Okay, and now things are opening up, and the demand isn't as high. So what's going to happen? You're going to start dropping people. Okay, it's hard times coming. Hard times is coming to this place. It says the depth of voter disquiet about the economy is also suggests that a potential black backlash against the Supreme Court possibility overturning the nationwide right to abortion may not save the Democrats in November. That really doesn't have anything to do with this. Um, Here we go. The CNN poll conducted by SSRS from April 28th to May 1st showed that a majority of Americans think Biden's policy have hurt the economy, while 8 and 10 say the government is not doing enough to combat inflation. It was That's a mouthful. 8 to 10 out of people say that the government isn't doing enough to combat the inflation. But they don't understand that this is the will of the Heavenly Father. Okay, this place has to go down, and the financial, economic uh, portion of this is what we're seeing right now. All right, this is Habakkuk chapter 2. I'll start at verse 6. It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increases that which is not his?" All right, who is that? Who is known to increase that which is not his, and bring in all this money, all these thievery, all right, theft by deception. Right? It's talking about the so-called white man. All right, it says, "And how long? And to him that laden himself with thick clay," which, going into that word, we always go into this word thick clay, meaning uh, debt, heavy debt. All right, word abaya meaning debt. So when you look at the debt clock, we're going on 30 trillion in debt. And now let's go to this news that just broke, because this is really gonna, you know, open up your eyes and bring a little bit more light to the situation. It says it was released on the same day the Federal Reserve made its biggest swing against the rising cost of living in 22 years. The central bank raised interest rates by half a percent point, but it triggered stocks but it triggered a stocks rally by indicating that desperate adjustments to come. It did not anticipate further huge spikes down the Sakia. It did not anticipate further huge spikes in the price of borrowing. Let me see. So in 22 years, there hasn't been a hike this high, or half a percent. And it may not seem like it's a lot to you or to most people, but that's a huge percentage. when you think about how they're trying to keep it low, trying to keep it at 0%, and it's going to tell you, let me see, what does this mean? What does that half a percent mean? It says, home. Before I go to that, yet the strikingly direct movement may not quell the concerns that the Fed and the White House have acted too slowly to tackle inflation, are not using sufficiently aggressive methods to ease it, and may still be overtaken by global factors, including the war in Ukraine and the fallout from the pandemic, which clogged supply chains, sent energy prices soaring, and triggered other rising prices. So when you look at the totality of the picture, okay, the Feds are raising rates. You have the war over in Ukraine, which is putting a strain on resources, on agriculture, really on everything, gas, everything is being caught up with that war, and then you still have the supply chain is being clogged from the whole sickness and everything that was going on with that. So it's triggering these rising prices. So it's like a whole perfect storm, like a kamehameha of of I'm lost for words. It's like a big energy ball of death to the American economy. It says, what the interest rate hikes mean. So what does it mean? The rate increase will make new home and car loans and payments on credit card balances more expensive. Like I said, you're gonna feel it in your wallet, okay? And let me get this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 7:12. It says, "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it." Right. So we came into this walk. We have, Lord, through the Spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, you know, we fight to obtain the wisdom, right? So that we can have that defense in the day, right? As it says in Isaiah, you that wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. So when all hell breaks loose, the wisdom is going to give us the faith, the courage, and the stability in those times to do what's right. But it says money is a defense. So what does that mean? It takes money to really operate in this place. You got to pay your gas bill, you got to pay your light bill, you got to pay your rent, your car insurance, your car note, your cell phone bill. All these things take money. Or you got to have food. You got to you need clothes, shoes. All this stuff takes money. And when you get these uh, rate prices going up, it's taken from that, okay? Because now all these bills are going to be inflated and going higher. It's the same with the inflation of the economy. All these things are getting higher, right? Used cars going, the prices going up, the food's going up. All these resources are going to be harder to come by, or if they are, or you are able to come by them, they're going to be more expensive. So your check, which is not increasing, and we're going to get to that, is being shrunk really because the money isn't going far as it once did. Okay, so like I said, I'm not trying to read this whole article, but we're gonna get some good points. Uh, Let me see. Bear with me here. Maybe it wasn't that. So I can't find the specific point I wanted to make. It may have even been in another article. I read several articles on this topic, but it basically explained how your check's not going to get bigger. With this rate increase, businesses are going to feel it. Employers, they're going to feel it. So don't expect that raise. Basically, it was telling people not to expect, that pay raise anytime soon. Not to say that, all jobs or no job will give you a raise, but on the mass scale, businesses are going to be a little bit tighter because they're going to be feeling it in their pocket. So they're going to pass that down to you. And, a lot of people aren't going to be given that extra money. But the economy is still going to be inflating. So your check's not going to go as far. So, in the grand scheme of things, what does this all mean? Okay. It's really getting us closer and closer and closer to our end game, which is the MOTB. Okay, this economy is inflating, it's blowing up, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger until the balloon pops. And what does that mean? That's when they're going to bring in the new currency, all right, the digital currency. A lot of information out on that. They're going to bring in these ESG scores. That's where everything is going, because paper money is bulky, and people have already stopped using money and they're going to cards. But now, the, with all the fraud, and I work for a payment processor, and the level of fraud going on in this place is mind blowing. All right, with these different cards and these different uh, schemes that people come up with, they're gonna go to a new currency. Okay, and that's gonna be that MOTB. So let's just get this real quick, and we'll end this um, video. I'll start at Revelation 13 and 15. It says, "And he had power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." So they're gonna give life into this idea, okay, of helping people, okay, to avoid the fraud, to make the world a better place, to have a green economy or a green world, all right, to lessen the fossil fuels and this, that, and the third, all right. But they're gonna put their foot on your neck to do it. That's how they're gonna give life to this image of the beast. And if you're not with it, all right, if you're not with taking the charagma in your hand, then you're gonna be killed. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, all right, a cutting in the flesh. It didn't say some or a few or many or most, it said all. So everyone's going to have to conform to this system, or what? They should be killed. So you can see it right now. It's just a 0.5% rate hike. But when that 0.5%, and again, it may be in another article that I read, they said that there could be as many as 7 rate hikes within the next year or so. So that 0.5% can grow to 2.5, 3%, like that. And with that, you're going to feel it harder and harder and harder in your wallet. Okay, and the economy is going to inflate, inflate, inflate until eventually, it goes off the rails and it pops. And then that's when, like I said before, that's when the charagma comes in. It says, "In that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark." What we're speaking about Americans not wanting to purchase goods, or the purchasing power of the goods is going up. So if you want to purchase goods in that day, you're gonna have to have the charagma, the RFID charagma. I don't want to get the video flag, so just bear with me. You know, it's an RFID. Let's pull it up. Bear with me. Here we go. That right there. So if you don't have that, the size of a grain of rice. If you don't have this, then then you're not gonna be able to survive in that economy unless you're a man of the Lord, because the men of the Lord will not, cannot, they won't take this. They will not bow the knee to the image of Baal. Okay, the Most High is going to protect these men. The Most High is going to deliver these men from the hands of wicked men. All right, He's going to intervene. Once this domino falls, this devil is done. Okay, so Lord's will, this is a speedy and expedient process so we can get up out of here. And with that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Wakar Kadash, the honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, the women, the children, the confusion of faith who follow. Shalom.